To make this hat, I'm going to work with a 6.5mm crochet hook and one strand of worsted weight yarn. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitch to join and form a ring. Carrying this yarn end along the outside of the ring so you can close the hat up when it's finished. At the end of the row, slip stitch to join, and this is the correct place to slip stitch to join. When you slip stitch in the correct position, you should have 2 loops on the top of your hook. So slip stitch to join, chain 2 and turn, double crochet in the same stitch. And now you're going to make 2 double crochet in every stitch around. So 1, 2. There's that yarn end from the beginning. Now you can see that if you pull this, at the end you'll be able to close up the top of the hat. So go ahead and make 2 double crochet in every stitch around. Okay, I've made 2 double crochet in every stitch around. At the end of the row, again, remember, slip stitch to join where you have 2 loops over your hook. And I have 26 stitches all the way around. So now I'm going to chain 2 and turn, and I'm going to repeat that row. So I'm going to double crochet in the same stitch, and then I'm going to make 2 double crochet in every stitch all the way around. Okay, I've completed my 3rd row, and I have 52 stitches at the end of the row. I had 12 plus my chain 2, which was the equivalent of 13. Then I made 2 in each stitch, which gave me 26, and now I've made 2 in each stitch, and I have 52. And there is a slight rippling, but now the next row is going to correct that. So that's going to be chain 2 and turn, and you're only going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and you're going to repeat that all the way around, like that. 1 double crochet in each stitch around. Okay, I've completed that row of double crocheting each stitch around. At the end of the row, I slip stitched to join, and you can see that some of the ripples are already starting to come out. And with each additional row, that should help a little bit more. And if at the end you still have a bit of rippling, you can simply put this on something rounded like a bowl, and you could steam it. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make approximately 6 or 7 more rows of double crochet in every stitch around. Okay, I've gone ahead and I have worked 7 rows total of no increase. And this is my slip stitch to join area. And if you're not joining in the right place, your seam may show more than this. So in that case, if it does, fold your hat so that this slip stitch to join area is in the back, and then you're going to have to fasten off. And I'm going to make the back of the neck. Now I'm going to go back and forth across here. I'm going to leave 20 stitches not worked here in the front. Okay, so I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to turn, and I'm going to work across the back of the hat. I'm going to go ahead off camera and finish that, and I'll come back and show you. Okay, I've worked across the row. Now I'm just going to chain 2 and turn. I'm going to work back across the row, ending over on this side. I'm just going to work back and forth, and I'm going to do that for the same number of rows that I had here, which is going to be a total of 7 rows. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've completed 7 rows in total for this bottom section, and there's 7 rows here. And here's how it looks when being worn. Okay, so now I'm going to do this section that goes across the top. Now if you're experienced at crochet, you could just start and pick up the stitches along one row of these stitches and just do single crochets. But for new people, it's always easier to just do it separately. And I'm going to single crochet in the second stitch from the hook, And I'm going to single crochet in every stitch of the chain, like that. So I'm going to single crochet in every one of these stitches. At the end of the row, I'm going to chain one and turn, and I'm going to single crochet in the second stitch and in each stitch across the row. I finished that row. I'm going to chain one and turn, and I'm going to repeat one more row, single crochet in each stitch across the row. Fringe, cut your yarn 10 inches long, fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. Insert the hook through the first stitch on the strip, and then pull that fold through, and then just pull those ends through the loop, like that. Skip one stitch in between each of the fringe. Okay, I have my section of chain 30 and 3 rows of single crochet, and then I've added my tassels all along the top, and I've placed the hat down flat on a table, and I have folded it so that I can follow a row of stitches, and I've just gone ahead with large safety pins, and I have pinned it in place. Now with the yarn needle and the same color gray yarn, I'm going to sew this all along. Okay, so I have it all sewn along, and there's how it will look when being worn. To space them or have one at every stitch. The face covering, I'm going to start with chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to make 2 double crochet in the third stitch from the hook, which is the very first chain. Like that. Now I'm going to chain 2 and turn, and I'm going to double crochet in the first stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochet in the last stitch, 1 and 2, like that. So you're going to have this chain 2, which is the equivalent of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have equivalent of 5 stitches across the row. We're going to repeat that one more time. Chain 2 and turn, double crochet in the same stitch, double crochet in each stitch across the row, and 2 double crochet in that last stitch. And now you have the equivalent of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochet across the row. And that's it for the increase. So now I'm just going to do chain 2 and turn, double crochet in every stitch across the row. And this last stitch is not always easy to find, so you may have to pull it open and do your last stitch in there. And you're going to have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across the row. So I'm going to do one more row in gray, then I'm going to do a row in black, row in gray, row in black, row in gray across the top, and then I'll come back and show you how that looks. Okay, I've worked across the front, and I have my 3 bars of black, and then I have 2 rows of 7 double crochets across the row. And now I'm going to reduce so that this side matches this side. So I'm going to have to reduce by 1 stitch at the beginning and the end of the row for the next 3 rows. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, so I've turned my work into slip stitch into the next stitch. And now I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to double crochet in each stitch across the row, but I'm not going to work in the last stitch. So I want to reduce in this row down to 5. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the stitch we would normally be working into, but we're not going to work into that. Now I'm going to turn again, and I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 2, double crochet, so that I have 3 stitches. Like that, I've reduced down to 3. And we're not going to worry about that because when we evenly single crochet our black band all the way around, that's all going to take care of itself. So now for the last row, I'm going to chain 2 and turn, and I'm going to double crochet way over in the last stitch of the row. Like that, and I'm going to fasten off. Okay, so that's how it looks. I have my both sides done, and now I'm going to attach black yarn probably in this stitch, and I'm going to evenly single crochet all the way around. And I decided that I would like it better if it was done in 2 strands because it makes it a lot thicker. So I've gone ahead and I've made this section in 2 strands, and then I attached 2 strands of black and I single crocheted all the way around. But when I was at the corners, after my single crochet, I chained 2 and then I continued to single crochet, and this is going to form the buttonhole. I did that at this corner as well. So I just single crocheted along, and when I got here I chained 2 and then I just continued to single crochet, and I actually attached my yarn in the center of this face section. Sew a button on each side, and you'll sew the button just a little bit up from where the next section starts. And so then you'll be able to button the face section on both sides. And when it's not being worn to cover the face, you can just pull it up and have it buttoned on both sides.